Hi, it's Jamie.
Hi, I'm Gemma.
From Play to Learn Preschool. Thank you for joining us today. We apologize, we had very good intentions. I don't want to apologize because sometimes life just happens, and so last week all my kids got sick, my own personal home kids. And so after school, I was upstairs being mom and nurse, and so I apologize that we didn't have a live
And you
video.
didn't want me to do it by myself.
I think that you could do it.
Not quite there yet. She could do it.
So anyway, we are here on a Monday to share the centers that we have set up for this week for our students. Hi everybody, thank you guys for the sweet messages. You guys are the best. Thank you. Tomorrow's Halloween, and it's also sort of a new month for us, November, but we are, the calendar of November for us personally is really crazy. We have 2 days that are teacher work days next week. We follow the county public school schedule, so we're closed. Then the following week is when we will be in Atlanta for the NAEYC conference, so we're closed. And then the following week after that is Thanksgiving, so we're closed. So we have like a couple days here and a couple days there. It's really disjointed. I agree, Brianna. Thank you guys for understanding. Thank you. So the theme for November,
Which is hard because we're still kind of in Halloween
still Halloween.
mode.
We're doing My Healthy Body. We're talking to the kids about foods, food groups, exercise, and making good choices for their bodies. But like I said, it's a little disjointed, so bear with us because some weeks are just like that. We have all of our centers for the year planned out. I wouldn't recommend doing that if this is your first or second year, but it's our 13th.
Yeah.
So we have them all planned out based on our theme. And what we like to do once a week, usually on Fridays, but this week it's on Mondays,
didn't happen.
is just to kind of take you on a little tour of our center areas. We change our centers weekly, so people always ask, do they get bored? Or shouldn't you change them every day? And no.
No, don't do that.
For us, a week is enough. Our kids come either 2 or 3 days a week, and they need lots of opportunities at the same center. So the first day they might just be exploring it with their senses. The next day they might kind of do what we had intended or play it in a different way. And then that third day they usually do something we'd never even thought of.
And then you have some kids that won't participate, or they just want to watch everybody else. And then so by the second or third day they have the confidence to be able to go out and do it themselves. So if you pack it up after the first day, those kids who are a little bit cautious are not going to have the opportunities to do it.
Exactly. 3 days seems really good for us. If you have your kids for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, you might need to change it up in the middle, but for us this works perfectly. Okay, and then some of our big stuff we change each month, like our the bulletin board behind us,
Dramatic play.
the dramatic play,
Yeah.
sort of. We've been doing it a little bit more weekly this year to try to share some more ideas with you guys, but in the past it's just been once a month. Like our name work that we do in the mornings, that's once a month. So when the new calendar comes around this week, we've got a lot of things to change. Alrighty, so here goes. If you would like to print our plans, there's a link in the video description. And you can see this is just our actual real plans. We just check them off as we set them up. And if you have any questions about them as we're giving you the tour, feel free to leave them in the comments. We will try to answer them.
them. Yeah. I'm going to be the 3-year-old, 4-year-old.
You're so good at it.
I'm normally that. That's a thing.
I'm going to flip the camera around and we're just going to kind of walk you around our classroom and show you the centers that we have set up. So there goes. Let's see if I can get this to work. Let's see, we'll start over here with our literacy fine motor area. So this yellow circle table, we try to include alphabet work, name work, fine motor, and in a good day, it includes all 3. So what we have for them here are these Snap Cube alphabet templates. And I just printed these off to kind of give them some ideas.
No, we should have laminated them.
We should have. Not everything's perfect here. We forgot to laminate them last year. Now they're all wrinkled up.
Yeah.
And so we just have little trays from the craft store and baskets of math Snap Cubes, and they just build the letters. So it's good for spatial awareness. It's good for their hand strength and fine motor skills. And then of course we're also working on letters. And the ones that we happen to have set out right now are letters of their names. So easy enough. It's fine motor, alphabet, practice all rolled into one.
Yeah, of course I should have chosen something.
You had to pick the biggest letter of the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'll just walk.
I won't finish.
over here is our light table. This is kind of like our science and discovery area. We have a sensory table, a science station, our class pet, and our light table. And so what we've set up for them on the light table, I think we'll do a video later this week about how to make your own light table manipulatives. But because we're doing healthy foods and nutrition, we have used some washi tape to divide the light table into thirds. And then we labeled each one really healthy. And we said those are green light foods.
Somewhat healthy, they're okay.
They've got some nutrition benefits, but you shouldn't eat a ton of them.
And they're not at all healthy. This is my favorite one.
To eat or to do?
Eat.
Oh, me too.
So,
the kids this morning when they were sorting them, they were like, but I like donuts.
I really like ice cream. I'm like, me too.
And then one girl's like, but I don't like broccoli. I'm like, I know, but it still goes up on the green light foods. So
it looks like there's a lot going on, but they would sort these out. That's why there's baskets.
We just printed the pictures on transparency paper. So we used to have transparency paper like for an overhead projector, right? But now we just use them to make light table manipulatives and toys. So there's a little basket down here that we use this really fancy duct tape to attach it to the side.
It's blue though.
It's blue duct tape. Super fancy.
So we keep them in here. So it looked a bit
it looked a little bit.
because they had been working on it earlier today. So they just get one of these. Oh, is this? I want to say it's in the green light. But
the ice cream sundaes, banana
not red.
splits. And so we're just meeting them over here and talking with them about healthy foods. Thanks, Wanda. She says she likes the fall trees. Those turned out really cute. Those are the bath puffs. I actually just did a blog post about it if you want to look and see how we did it. So, all right, and then we always try to have some kind of an interactive bulletin board here in our science area.
That would not be pretty online.
And this is an exercise board. It we tried to mix in some math too. So what they do is they come over here and roll this gigantic foam dice from Five Below.
6. I got 6.
So did you count that, or did you already know that from subitizing?
But I figured that.
Go ahead, tell us.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I have to match up my my dice with what's on the bulletin board, and I can do 6 twists.
6 twists.
But I'm not going to right now.
But you could.
I could, and I will with the kids, but maybe
not here on the video.
No.
So it's just 6 different exercise moves, and you can see that we've sort of moved our table and our sensory bin a little bit so that there's space for them to come over here and exercise. I will upload I'll upload the bulletin board and the light table activity to the nutrition unit. That's one of the very oldest units. I think it's probably 3 or 4 years old.
We always joke that if you're a preschool teacher, you really don't need to go to the gym.
No, that's true. You can get all your exercise.
Or you're running around and lifting up children and dancing. I feel like gym.
Who needs to go to the gym? Jennifer, I have a color laser printer, but you could use an inkjet printer too. The color laser is kind of stupid expensive. I don't recommend it. There's our little guinea pig having some snack after school. And our science center this week, we're doing more sorting. So last week we sorted bumpy and smooth. The week before that we sorted colors. And then this one
is I sort hard and soft.
Hard and soft. So there's just a basket of materials that we just collected all around the room. Again,
I cut a piece of felt.
It doesn't really take us too long to throw these together.
You can find it. Obviously you can burn the basket so that you can sort them.
Yep, and then they're just touching it with their hands and using their sense of touch to sort them by their properties. Okay, and then the sensory table is a little bit different because it's Halloween. So we took out the dried pumpkin seeds and cut open a gigantic, like 20-pound pumpkin here. And they just used spoons and forks and picked out the seeds. Pumpkin guts makes Gemma's hands itch.
So I'm not going to touch
She's not going to touch that. Anyway, we're going to roast those for our Halloween party tomorrow, and we'll have pom-poms in the sensory bin later this week. So, what else? We change our books. We try to have books in all different areas of the room, so those are changed out for pumpkins. And I haven't done the magnet board yet. I'm behind. I got sick kids. Let's see. They still love these ramps and tubes, so we've left those up, but we've added, and again,
took the eyeballs away.
We did the. It's just a matter of rotating the toys for us. So we just try to rotate things in and out to keep their interest peaked. And so in here, these are Lego emotions. It's
very cool.
They are very cool.
They
So
give you these different cards that you can build the actual person, and each of the face has a different emotion on it. And some of them are more elaborate. Like this is an easier version.
I think they're easy and hard. The green is easy and the blue is hard, maybe.
Look how cute.
They're super cute. So the kids can just come over here and build people.
They can follow it themselves, or they can make their own. It's really up to them if they want to do that.
One of the things that I love about the cards is that it really kind of, like, the setting of the card really shows the emotion. So the kid who's sad is sad because it's raining or because something broke. And the kid who's scared there is because there's like a mouse on the table. So they're really super cute. And then they can just work on building something that looks like.
No, this is my own creation.
That's your own, my very own Lego creation.
I'm worried because I'm on Facebook Live.
Yep. The emotion cards come with the Lego emotion set, Amanda. So, Noelia, we rotate the toys weekly. We have a plan for ourselves and we take things down and set them up each week, usually on Friday afternoons. Let's see, we still have our Halloween word wall up here, and then Jem and I were laughing because this is just a silly little math center. These are puzzles from the Target Dollar Spot. They're number puzzles. They come in different animal shapes. They are so hard. So the kids really struggled with them. There's an elephant and an alligator. And we've got a couple of others that will probably switch out through the week. Give it the same. But what we think we need to do is take a photograph of the complete puzzle and put it on the tray because
it's hard.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
So
really hard.
A couple of the other things that we try to change out weekly or monthly, we put thematic books in our book nook. So those are some of our Halloween books, and we have a bunch on CD so the kids can sit there and listen to them. And then our dramatic play area, we took the pancake shop down. They loved that. But it's just back to a plain old kitchen. So we have babies and dress up clothes. Ooh, the camera does like a weird thing over here. I was doing that last week too.
Yeah.
Huh. Anyway. I don't know why it does that. It has like trouble focusing. So the wooden square trays, Holly, all of the people who are, let me see all my messy desk over there. All the people who normally watch our videos are gonna all chime in and say, the wooden trays from Hobby Lobby. That's the #1 question we get on our live videos. Where'd you get your wooden trays? They're from Hobby Lobby, but I assume that any craft store would have them, so. How to encourage children to tidy up after playtime. For us, it's a lot of modeling at the very beginning or when we show them what should we do when we're done with this. We model it, we have them practice it, and then we let them try it on their own. If they're good with it, then we're good, and if not, we model it, practice, try it on your own.
Visual cue cards around the room that says what you do at the end of the center. And we remind them too, if they drop something on the floor, to run to another center. We say to them, wait a second, what have you forgotten to do? And I don't know.
I will tell you though, it's not a perfect situation. Like if you ever popped into our room when our students are here, you'll see that there are toys that are not cleaned up. And I've been pretty, I think, open about posting lots of pictures of our room totally trashed.
This is not what it looks like when there's children.
This is what it looks like when they've been gone for 2 hours. Yeah, this isn't, I mean, they make a mess because they're kids and that's what they do. So, we just get it cleaned up at the end of the day. I don't know.
Use some music at the end of the day to help they work together.
Lisa Murphy, there is a link for the emotion cards and blocks. They all come together in one set. There is a link in the video description. And I'm not sure about adding magnets to those puzzles. That might be a good idea. I think if we just...
I'm not sure about that.
A picture will help. Because we had the elephant and he was all like, there were like pieces everywhere of the elephant.
Like, how is this supposed to go
look
together?
right.
It's not looking so good. Yeah.
And then I missed another question. Oh, what section of Hobby Lobby? So listen, I will post a picture in the comments of the section of Hobby Lobby because I'm laughing, but it's the most common question we get via email and on our Facebook Live videos is about those silly wooden trays. They're in the wood section. Yes, there's like a plain wood craft section where you can paint a birdhouse or paint it's Hobby Lobby, probably a cross
by
or
wooden
something.
letters.
Or by wood, plain wooden letters, and they're in there. So I will post a picture of the aisle.
Not in a tray section.
I have it marked on my phone with a heart.
Oh,
the
you're in
Hobby Lobby tray aisle.
favorites?
It is one of my favorites because people are always asking. Yeah, the butterfly. We have the butterfly, the alligator, the elephant, and there's one more. They are hard.
It is hard.
It helps to keep them on the trays though, so that the pieces don't get mixed up between the puzzles if you have more than one out.
Our children do puzzles a lot. They like puzzles, and I rotate them. We have some over on our circle time time area. I just have them on the shelf there and I change them out.
We don't show that area very often, but we have like games and things that we've already introduced that they liked. We put on a free explore shelf over by our circle time area, so they can pull things out and do things on the carpet over there all the time. The puzzles, I was going to say, the really good thing about puzzles is it teaches problem solving, like logical reasoning, spatial awareness, tenacity. Like if you can't get it, do you just give up and walk away, or do you keep working at it until you solve the problem?
Do you invite some friends to help you?
Yes, so
you have to be smart sometimes and get other people to do stuff for you.
Puzzles are like the perfect toy. How do we get them to centers? So we start on the carpet with a morning meeting, and either Gemma or I usually pitches one of the centers, like, you really gotta try this great new center, let me go show you how it works, usually just one. And then we let them choose. I have to make a little asterisk. We have a very small class and a very large room, and so it works for us that they can just free choice, that they can move to their own areas, that we don't have to regulate the number of students in each space. So as much as possible, we like them to do that. We want them to negotiate the space. We want them to talk to each other and work it out when there's a problem and people don't fit.
But you have to model it. If you say, oh, go over to that center over there, they're not going to go. If you're sitting there playing with them, then that's how you're going to get them to also do it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. Thank you. Yes, so teaching them to negotiate, work it out, and solve problems is the most important thing. That's more important than learning letters or numbers or anything else. So we try to teach them that, and we try to give them lots of opportunities to practice it by doing it. So as much as possible, we don't regulate, like, oh, only 2 kids go there.
Or you run out of time, off you go to another. No, we don't do that.
If they're out of space, we'll just say, like, it doesn't look like there's room for you there. What are you going to do? They could say, I'll try to bring up another chair. Say, okay, try that.
Or they'll say, can you set a timer on your phone so that you can, that I can have a turn next? And they all respond really well to that.
That's something that we've definitely modeled and taught them to
But they'll come and ask us, I would really like a turn with such and such. There's no space for me. Can you set your timer? And then I can have my turn. Yeah. And then the person who's actually using that, here's the timer, like, oh, okay, my turn's up.
Yep. Caroline, that sounds about the same as us. We are between, she says their children are building between 24 and 100 piece puzzles in 3 and 4. That sounds about the same as us. Yep. We, 24 seems pretty reasonable, and then the bigger ones, we actually don't pull out in the fall.
Jenny, that's really sweet. You made my day.
Thank you. We love you too. What do they do after the centers? So they do centers for 2 hours from 9 to 11. We take a little snack break around 15. And then they go back to centers. We clean up and play outside, recess for about 30 minutes. And they have a story time, and then they go home.
And it takes them about 2 weeks, I think, to get into, like 2 weeks to know that schedule by heart. They know exactly what they're going to do when.
I'll leave you a link to a video where we talked about our half-day schedule. So anyway, that's it for us. So we will be back Wednesday, and we'll share some ideas for making light table manipulatives and toys on the cheap, how to do them on your own, or how to find them.
We're all about making our own stuff here.
Totally are. And we hope you'll join us. In the meantime, happy Halloween! Hope you survive the sugar rush.
Oh, and I think it's a full moon too.
No.
I hope not.
I think it was like half moon.
Did I make that up?
I might have.
Oh, no. It's like, oh, and it's a Tuesday. The poor teachers on Wednesday.
That's us.
But the elementary school too. Because they're going to be eating a lot more candy than the preschoolers.
I hope so. I hope those preschoolers don't come hyped up on candy on Wednesday. All right.
Maybe we need to eat a lot of candy on Tuesday too, so we are hyped up ready. I'll do that.
It only lasts me like 5 minutes though, and then I'm just cranky.
Don't eat chocolate before.
Okay. Have fun playing and learning with your kids, everybody.
And we will see you next time.
Bye, friends.
Bye.